Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and this is going to be a discussion slash Dynasty Warriors gameplay video. Um, what I really want to talk about, and the title of this video isn't really a joke in a way. I mean, just hear me out when I say this. Like, offline gaming is dying, and not in the way that you think. Like, yes, there are like story-driven games out there, especially on like PlayStation and such. And I do know that there are a couple more to come. But what I'm mainly talking about is when it comes to shooters, like Call of Duty, Battlefield, all that is dying. And the fact that most of it, the majority of the games that are out there now, like all the things that you want are now online, and they're not optional offline, they're not playable offline. Like Battlefield 2042 is a completely legitimate example, really. Like, you can play with bots in it, but not offline. You need to have the internet connection at all times, and it will drive me nuts because the game would just lag constantly and such. And like, I was just not having the best time with it. Like yeah, the gameplay itself can be pretty fun, but you know, like, it's not fun when the game lags on you constantly, and like, I don't really want to go back to that. Like, I wasn't really having a blast, so I pretty much deleted the game, and I haven't played it. I'm not going to play it until we do get better treatment, especially for offline players, those that prefers to play those shooter games offline. And another recent one, that a perfect example, is the new Modern Warfare 2, which came out before Christmas last year. And I'm going to give a shout out to one YouTuber, because I've just recently watched his videos, and it's a YouTuber named Offline Bots. And he said it there, like Modern Warfare 2 is an absolute joke, and the way the offline community has been treated by that game, by the developers and by the people who made that game, it's just horrible. It really, really is. Like, honestly, after watching the videos and seeing how bad it is, like, after watching Offline Bots videos, it just made me happy that I have not regretted my decision to buy it. It actually made me happy that I didn't buy it, because, like, I feel like now the offline community is being pushed to the back. Like, yes, like, I get it with mainly shooters, like, online is more of a dominance now, and it has been for quite a number of years now. And sadly, it is going to get worse. I think it's going to get a lot worse. Like, a lot of the games now that had offline bot features, like offline split screen, couch co-op bot games, like, a lot of them now are obviously losing it. Like, they're getting rid of them, they're getting rid of those features. And you know what, I wouldn't be surprised if they go altogether, because, you know, you've got a whole lot of other games that have taken over, like Fortnite, Overwatch, Apex, you know, all those other shooters, and, you know, plenty of others I can't think of at the top of my head. But you've got a whole lot of other shooters that are just really now not going the path that a lot of people, especially those that plays offline, like myself, would really want, that prefers to play with offline bots. So look, I don't really have a problem with, like, getting, like, say, like, for example, since I play mainly on PlayStation, I don't have a problem with, like, getting a PlayStation Plus subscription and all that, wasting a little bit of money on it, but at the same time, like, I don't want to do that. Like, even if I have a PlayStation Plus subscription, I still wouldn't want to go and play online and just be abused by a complete stranger playing the game. Like, that's just my view in a way, you know. And like, I don't really want to do that. And, you know, I like that couch co-op experience. Like, the first games that I really played, which had that shooting, like, couch co-op offline bot experience, was the original Star Wars Battlefront games, which I still play to this day. I have them on my Xbox Series S, I have them on PC, and they're still a blast to play. I was like, those games never get old. Like, they really don't. And I just have the best time, really, and they never get old. Again, they don't. I can't say that, and how many times I can say that. Like, they're so fun. Like, obviously graphics are outdated, but who cares? Who cares? And like, they even bring out a half-assed product, and the game's not complete, and sometimes the amount of times that we'll bitch and whine over an offline content, they don't do it until the very end of the game cycle, I guess. Like, the newer Battlefronts are a perfect example of that. Like, they didn't really put in instant action or any other offline focused game modes until the very end of its cycle, and then they do that, and then EA and DICE just doing the towers, like, you know what, screw it. Like, they could have done more to it, they could have done more to the offline modes to make it better, but they never really did. And when it comes to Call of Duty, I feel like they're going down that path too, and honestly, they're not really going to pay attention to the offline community. Not like how EA and DICE did when they gave us instant action back for Battlefront 2. Like, I don't think they're really going to focus on that. Which is sad. I mean, like, I used to buy every single Call of Duty game every year because I know that a lot of them will have fully offline friendly features. But I will admit, I think, looking back now, I think Black Ops 4 was the beginning of the end in a way, because that game didn't have a campaign, and even there was even some issues with the AI, like in the domination game mode. Like, I didn't really like the AI at all in that game mode. Like you captured 2 control points and they'll just stop right in the middle, not even bother advancing any further. They'll sometimes pull back to the first control point that they captured and leave the middle one completely vulnerable, and they just don't care. And that's just been a little bit of a thing that the AI has done with the future Call of Duty games, except for Cold War. But even Cold War, like, there was warning signs in Cold War. Like, yes, even though the AI is freaking brilliant in Cold War, in my opinion, like, well, not in, you have to play them in higher difficulty to get good AI, but it was very limited. Like, there were some game modes you can't play on some maps, or some maps you can't play on with bots, which really is a huge letdown. And I would have loved for them to like, basically give us that opportunity again, but I highly doubt. But yeah, I mean, if you think Cold War is very limited, check out Modern Warfare 2. That's even worse. It's far worse, and it is an absolute shame. It really is. It's like, gaming's no longer how it used to be. Like, I miss the old days. I miss the old days when, when we were kids. We had a PS2, we had an original Xbox or PC. We'll put the game in, and then bang, no updates, no installations. Most of them would have that couch co-op feature that we want. It's no longer there anymore. It really isn't there, and it's sad. It really, really is sad. And look, even though we're getting a lot more games like that are story-driven, like Hogwarts Legacy, for example. I mean, I'm not really a story-driven person, but Hogwarts Legacy is an exception. I mean, I do like that game a lot. But yeah, I'm not really into some of the other, like, offline-driven, story-driven games, I should say. But yeah, I mean, even though it's good that they're offline, like, story games are, nah, they get boring after a while. But yeah, I mean, what I'm talking about is shooters. Like, yeah, they'll give us a campaign, but then like, when it comes to, like, local multiplayer, it's just half-assed. They don't give a crap. They'll give us 3 maps like they did in Modern Warfare 2, and like, here you go, shut up, now play it. Like, it's just, I just miss those days. I really do miss those days. And oh my god, the commander's advancing towards me now. So I'm looking at the map in the game, but yeah, I'm playing and talking at the same time, so I don't really have that technology where you can just talk over an already recorded gameplay. But anyway, So yeah, that's what. So yeah, in overall in general, like that's what I mean by the offline community is dying. Like the gaming is dying because, and I know a lot of us are getting fed up with it. I'm getting fed up, and and I hate to say it, it's not going to get any better. It's never going to go back to the days where, since Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2, where, Activision really gave us, they really went all in with their games and made their multiplayer offline with all the maps and all the game modes. Like, we're never going to see that again. They'll probably give us very little, and then they'll just be like, screw it. They'll just completely turn around and say, screw it. So yeah, it's not looking good, guys, and gaming has definitely changed. It really, really has changed over the years, and it's just not the same as it was, like, say, 5, 10, 15 years ago. Well, 5 years ago, like, there was warning signs there, and yeah, and probably 10 years ago as well, but yeah, it's just really sad how offline gaming has become as a whole. Again, I'll say it as many times as I can. It's no longer the same. It really isn't, and it's a huge disappointment. It really is. Well, that's it. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this or any other gameplay videos. I've kind of have been doing some Call of Duty videos, but don't worry, they'll have bots in them. Don't worry. I'm definitely not playing those games online. Although I do have one where I have played online. I think it was a World War II game, but don't worry, the rest will be offline. And if you want to see more games like this, Stones to Warriors, or anything else, let me know. And yeah, so don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the Offline Bots YouTube account. Like, I know you didn't really ask me for a shout out, or like you like didn't. You obviously don't know I'm doing this, but I hope you do take this to account and just. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy your videos, and you've got some really, really strong, valid points in your videos, especially when it comes to Modern Warfare 2. I mean, the offline community, it's been treated as a joke, and I feel like we do need to take a stand, otherwise it's going to be too late. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.